Welcome back to Fumble, folks. I think we're ready for another session of Thieves, yes? So, do we remember what happened, not last week, but the week before?
We survived.
You
Yes.
Somehow.
Uncle Jimmy was an important character, an NPC that hopefully we'll meet again.
did. Uncle Jimmy.
Uncle Jimmy kicked ass.
Great.
He's great.
Yes.
Yeah, and Gillian gave her children a toy horse. That's my memories.
We took out something like 6 pirate ships quicker than we'd taken out 6 people, I think.
Yes.
Using the power of bamfing
Yes.
from the first mate. Then we all had a big party, made a new friend down in the docks with his own pub.
Mm-hmm.
He owes us some favours after we got rid of the bodies of the watch. Then Cheery pulled.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. Woohoo!
and we all drank lemonade.
They all drank lemonade and lived happily ever after.
And also tried to start a war with werewolves.
Oh, yes.
No, you're stupid.
No, you're stupid.
You didn't steal then, so fine.
Yes.
Mature adult argument there. Really big debates, going over some really serious points.
And we made something like 10 grand in gold out of the whole thing.
Yeah.
We kept a roll of that good silk to pass on to Vindar.
So yes, with that you did have, of course, the evening's revelries, lots of drinking enjoyment, followed by, of course, eventually returning to the Underdark for some of you, where Gillian returned home.
Yay.
Oh.
I have a family.
Yeah. Totally not going to exploit that later. Not at all.
No, definitely not. I think that family is perfectly safe.
I'm hoping that low-level thugs make the mistake of abducting your children. It's just like, right, we're level 15. We're coming through the neighbourhood now.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anybody was to kidnap the Jilly's family, I would feel so like they would basically dead then, because either Jilly's going to murder the fuck out of them, or Jilly would get Alsana to murder the fuck out of them. So
yeah.
I think we'd go Wrath of God on them just on a fucking matter of principle.
Yeah,
Fuck with the family.
Yeah, but I have full
Fuck with
faith in
the
the fact that
family.
he would.
Yeah.
Ginny doesn't
Rule number
necessarily have that faith, but I have full faith in the party that
yeah,
go
rule
after
number 1: don't fuck with family.
Bingo. You fuck with the family, you fuck with the family.
Yeah, you are fucking
I'm
sleeping
right.
with the fishies.
But also, please don't kidnap my family.
Also,
They're really
this is
little.
like,
They're like
what we're gonna
7,
do
5, and 2. They're really little.
Oh,
Very adorable.
They're tiny.
So, we shall start off the session with the rising morning of the next day in the Underdark.
right,
Of course, the bright sun rolls over Waterdeep as we set upon the Underdark. Things are a bit quiet in the morning, though the usual people riff-raffering about the Dragonborn thugs and folk you have working for you, sort of tending to the bar, making sure everything's opened up as they continue their bodyguard duties, taking shifts. And as it continues, Skeg will run around a little. He seems to gather up a couple of things and heads out very quickly. As what do you do in the morning, everyone?
get out of these restraints for a start.
Yes, the first mate will, of course, release you from the bonds of the evening's entertainment, though a little reluctantly. Or, yeah, you get yourself out, no problems.
Yeah, I just, I've been in and out of it all night. On the restraints, that is. Not first. So, yeah, pop out, and I recommend to ask if she's ever met Vindar, the tailor.
No, I have not.
I recommend you and Mr. Black make his acquaintance with some of the fine silks that we've acquired from Captain Vol. He'll be most appreciative, and he's the best tailor in water.
We'll
Looking up connections, mate. Networking.
well, I'll definitely drop by. I could use some new uniforms and corsets and such.
Are they the man-binding corsets?
They will be.
Quick release of man catchers.
Yes, the best of the corset world.
I think at that point, Sherry will put one of the rings back on to see who else is awake.
Yeah, Dice will not be awake.
Morning!
Like, why are you so cheery? It's too
in
early.
by nature.
So, is the sun up?
It is, yes.
Yeah.
And it's too early. Go back to bed.
We've got morning meetings. We've got to sort out the loop. Is Gillian on? Is Gillian online?
Gillian isn't online.
Gillian's
No,
having a
she
lovely
have-
morning with her family.
Gillian is having
Yeah.
a nice morning with her family. She's going to take her children to school, the ones that are old enough.
Yep.
And she wants to organise some bard lessons for one of her little ones and teach them how to.
The sort of
Nice.
popping by the local church because of course they do all the schooling here for you. And particularly they're happy to see if they can find some local bards. In fact, they may know one or two who's willing to come in and do
That's
some
my plan. They're a little bit
lute lessons.
Because he's interested in being a bard. No, she is the middle one that's interested in being a bard
Yeah.
at the moment.
You want to be a bard? You want to come down the Underdark? We'll give you a bard lesson.
But yes, Sister Maria Magdal, who sort of runs the church for you, will happily take them in. Yes. I have some friends who are bards of such, so they'll be able to teach lute, I'm hoping, is what you're after, or?
Lute's absolutely fine. I don't think Maggie really knows what she wants to do. I think she just wants to play an instrument at the moment. Just going through that sort of.
Well, I'll get in contact with some people, and I'm certain we can arrange some lessons, probably after-school lessons, of course. But
That's
I'm certain I can get some
absolutely fine.
interest.
So I'll have a talk with the babysitter as well to make sure she can pick her up at the right time. And like obviously I'll pay for the lessons. Yeah.
Oh no, of course, but it won't be too expensive. A few copper here and there would should be able to cover it. Like I said, family friend, so he's willing to do it.
Oh, thank you very much for organising it, sister.
No. We understand you're quite busy these days, so always glad to help.
I'm trying to get work where I can. I'm about to start work as an apprentice healer, actually.
Oh, now that's quite the profession. Hey, if you do make it well there, we may have a little work for you here, actually.
Oh, see, like I say, that would be really good. I'm trying to, like I say, making a living to raise them is quite difficult with their father gone, but I'm getting there now.
I fully understand that, but of course, times as they are at the moment, particularly what's happened down at the docks as well, scary
I started hearing
times.
about that. Do you know what happened?
I haven't heard much. Once again, I don't travel too far from the actual church, though I do hear some ruffians seem to have been getting together.
Like I say, I try and avoid the docks a little bit where I can, since that's where Corin was found. But yes.
Yes, I think it's best to avoid that area. You never know what's coming in and out of Waterdeep these days.
So it's not the neighbourhood it used to be.
Very true, no. But
Anyway, sorry, I'll let you get on and stop
yes.
embarrassing my children.
I'll make sure they're entertained and taught well today. Blessings upon you, Sister Gillian, and you have a wonderful day.
And you as well, sister.
I shall give a bow
And then I'm
before.
going to go to the healer shop. That is my morning.
Yes.
Pretty much.
I just had a thought that Uncle Jimmy is going to come and teach lute lessons.
Ding, 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 ding. With that, particularly turning up to healer's shop, they'll have you in right away and start getting you stuck in with sort of the herbs lessons, some basic treatments and stuff. She's quite keen to try and sort of pump you with as much information as possible. Particularly, she's quite wary of how long before she'll have enough to do her retirement away. So she's basically going, look, you seem, bit switched on that, so I'm going to keep throwing information. All you got to do is say stop, and I'll explain things, but for now, just try and pick up as much as you can, as quick as you can.
Could Julian have picked up a little notebook or something from a marketplace on the way over there? Just have a little notebook. And
Definitely.
just
A little bit of charcoal, a little notebook.
Yeah. I
We
will.
do need to see something about some branded stationery for the gang.
Yeah, you just have to tell me how much I'm spending on like my family and my little bits I can pick up because I won't mark it down otherwise.
So bear in mind, sort of daily costs are actually quite cheap because most people are paid in coppers or silvers. So realistically, with the gold income you make, it's kind of negligible. It tends to be like your spare change sort of covers it.
And paying for tutors and paying for all the stuff in my family. Should be.
There's a
Can't be that much. I've already given like the babysitter to
But yes.
should last a while.
If you go to the laptop, you will stop.
Yes. But
playing
we'll
with Spotify.
move over to the Underdark as Gillian, you start spending your time doing the healing. They're quite good at sort of.
Stuff all done.
In fact, you'll be going through the lessons most of the day, though they will
that's
sort
fine.
of
I already
boot you
planned
out
to do
every
that.
so often and on. As to the Underdark as the morning, there are a few people already milling about at the Underdark Inn, including Captain Black, as he has come along with a few of his men for them to sort of get settled, a few drinks and the kind.
Did he left me on a ship?
What was that, sorry? Oh, yeah!
Maybe.
Potentially. No. He will, of course, wake you in the morning before setting off. He will offer you a beverage of a coffee, something quite rare in Waterdeep.
Ooh.
But a travelled man, he does have these resources. So, I believe a small trip to the Underdark. Take a few men with me, and they look to be looking to set up some rooms and such for themselves. I hear you have... No, I've already seen you have good entertainment.
Yes.
As he'll give you time to sort of change and get ready for the day before making his way, followed by a couple of his men, towards the Underdark.
I ran out of corsets.
What was that, sorry?
I ran out of corsets.
Yes, I do apologise. It seems I did cut open the last one, though I'm certain we can look at purchasing more.
Yes.
I will, of course, cover the cost as I may be damaging them the most.
The next time he levels up, he's got to learn the mending cantrip.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mentioned to him as well I want to go
Yes.
swimming.
My recommendation for that is I wouldn't go alone. The seas can be dangerous, even this close to shore. Though, if you speak to my first mate, she does have quite the selection of magical items and potions and such. She may have something that helps, though I choose not to question where it's come from. Or what it's there for.
Right, okay.
Yes, he will make his way towards the Underdark with yourself, as he's got a small group of 4 of his men following behind, who you'll notice once they get to shore, they go from being quite strict militaristic to being a bit more relaxed, as they are basically going on shore leave.
Cool.
As you will eventually arrive at the Underdark, where Chiri, you're already up. The first mate will sort of, as you're sort of getting up and ready, she will prepare herself for the day. She'll sort of close the boxes and cases. I do apologise, but it seems have we got to go back to the ship and make sure the men are in order? But I'll probably stop by tonight.
Yeah.
I can leave the boxes here, can I?
Yeah, you can leave the boxes there.
Wonderful.
Interested in finding out where you've got items from the second box, because we could use something like that for the meeting room.
Well, admittedly, that kind of information is, it isn't cheap, but I'm certain we can make some kind of arrangement.
Well, I'm sure we can.
But yes, if you don't mind, I'd best be setting off, and I will see you this evening.
This evening. Actually, I've got that meeting with Nameless.
Ah, that's not a trouble. Well, if you have a meeting, like I said, I'll be around in the bar anyway, and I'll just wait for your return.
So he's not here then. Take care of yourself.
And yourself. as she will basically lock up the boxes and pop them to one side in your room before setting off.
Right, I've now got S&M gear and what might be an unexploded magic bomb on my fucking bed.
Another Tuesday.
Yeah. But yeah, Cheery will make his way down to the bar with the smile of a well-laid man. Spring his step and start on the breakfast ale.
Yeah.
Just get breakfast.
The barman, Damon, will sort of come over with a couple of tankards of the breakfast ale. I'll give you a bit of a knowing smirk as he'll plop you the tankard. As he'll make sure there's a couple others around as well. He'll give you a nod as well, Dice, as you eventually emerge from your cupboard.
Yeah, very grumpily as a.
Is Dice a goblin now, or is she?
Well, I was going to have Dice, like, when she kind of woke up and somewhat got her senses back, she was going to try and, like, think her way back to normal, like, without taking the ring off.
Okay.
Like, to see if that would work.
Make me a... let's call it a wisdom saving throw. It's going to be at disadvantage, just
That's
because
fine.
this is quite new to you, the whole experience.
So, wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
An 11? That's not too bad, considering it was at disadvantage.
Yeah.
You think it's possible, because you can feel a bit of shifting happening as you're concentrating, but what you do seem to notice is as you do, it seems to then spring back again,
It's like,
as the power of the ring kind of just overpowers.
my tiny brain. It's like, okay then, I'll just be a wolf now then. Just like pad out, just like fuck it. It's too early to care in the morning, and Cheery woke me up very happily, so fuck him.
Yeah, fuck Cheery. And his cheery disposition.
Yeah, it's like meh.
Don't make me sing my hangover song.
It's less hangover, more I nearly died yesterday, and now I'm recovering.
That's what they're calling it nowadays, is it?
It's
Totally a
technically a
hangover.
bit of both. Yeah, it's totally a bit of both.
But yes,
To be fair, she was stabbed twice by a warlock. Yes.
yeah. As the day draws, you will spot, of course, Ulsana along with Captain Black make their way in, as he has a small entourage of 4 men who, they basically, the second they get into the bar, they completely ignore the captain, head for a table, sit down, give a quick click of the fingers to to Damon, the barman, as one of them will go, 4 ales, not the breakfast crap, proper ales.
Have we fought with them? Were they ones that we fought alongside?
Yes, so these are Captain Black's men from
Yeah,
his
but
ship.
are they ones?
Yes, they are ones
That
who have
we
actually
curse?
fought. Yes.
In that case, Cheery will send them a bottle of rum on the house. Just, and send it over. This is their one free bottle. That's all they get.
Understood, boss. I'll make that clear to him, but
Yeah, this
I'll
one's
take
on the house for fighting alongside us.
He'll make his way over with the bottled rum, placing it down on the table. You do notice the 4 of them seem quite surprised as they'll glance over and they'll give you sort of a wave as they sort of take the masks and hats off and everything, and they get stuck into the bottle of rum in the morning.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Cheery makes sure to memorise their faces once the masks are...
Yes. Yes, once again, they wear sort of a piece of material that covers the lower half of the face. It's a very highwayman look.
Agree 101, half a mess.
Yes. They will wander in. Mr. Captain Black will give you a nod as well as we go, good morning, Mr. Cheery. Is there any breakfast?
That's a good question. Well, there's breakfast ale. I was going to work my way onto solids. I think we're still looking for a chef after our last one's had unfortunate pre-existing medical conditions.
That's no worries. I shall stop by for the breakfast ale.
We could always order in.
I was going to suggest I will have some breakfast ale as before I tend off, and I will go source some breakfast for the morning for the lot of us. How does that sound?
That sounds like a good plan.
Your priests
Cheery.
are coming today, by the way, Cheery.
Yeah. I've got to deal with some priests.
Yep, you've got to deal with your priest people, of which one of them shouldn't be left alone with the other. I have that written on my notes.
Shouldn't be left alone with booze. I think.
Yes.
One of them's an alcoholic, and the other is an alcoholic human and a violent wolf.
Yes.
Violent, fire and brimstone, violent wolf. Has Mr. Black brought the money with him, or is it?
He has. He will make a nod to you. He will sort of gesture towards the back room you have.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
As he will wander in with you. He will basically give you a nod of, so, I've made I've done the accounting of what's on the ships and the various ships, price, cost, and such. The agreement, 10,000 gold, which will be paid to yourself and, of course, the Underdark. Now, I have 1,000 on me. The other 9,000 will be delivered in a few hours by one of my men. My first mate is currently going back to the ship to make the arrangements.
Excellent.
As he will pull out a small bag, place it on the table, as there's distinct sound and chink of the coins inside.
You won't even check it, he'll just pocket it. Thank you very much.
No trouble, and if you come across anything like that again, do give me a nod. It is within my purview and remit, shall we say. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to enjoy a breakfast ale, and then I will be making my way to fetch us all some edible breakfast.
Excellent. Yeah, because you can't trust Damon with anything that isn't salt.
Yes.
He can't make you breakfast, but he can preserve it quite well.
Yes. Alsana, of course, will arrive at the same time as Captain Black, as you'll see sort of everyone getting up. The kind of wistful-eyed Dice emerging. That's a good question. Are you taking the ring off, Dice, or are you staying in werewolf?
No, she'll still be werewolf. Like after her failed attempt, she's just like, oh fuck it, it's too early for this shit, and just carry on as normal and sort of go looking for food.
This is my new life.
I mean, she's.
I like it now.
I know. I mean, she's pretty happy to go and get food off Damon, and like everybody else. So she's probably the only one actually in the entire pub that actually eats Damon's food.
Damon will whip up something for you. As once again, it's not edible for normal people, but for goblins, it works a treat.
Yes, it's delicious. Thank you, Damon.
As he'll head back to running the bar and things. So, for Gillian, the morning is a bit rushed for you. As once again, they're trying to pump you full of as much information as possible to start with.
Yes.
The elven woman who is currently training you, she'll give you a quick nod. She'll pass you a box, as you can add to your kit a healer's kit.
Yay!
I shall hand you over one to you. So, now then, darling, I've got a few things I have to be doing for the next 2 hours or so. Unfortunately, you can't really pop along with this. It's a little bit private. But if you come back after that, we'll continue the training. I have a few people in with a couple of diseases we're going to be rubbing some ointments on. So, come with an empty stomach.
Fair enough. Thank you very much for your time this morning.
Oh, you are most welcome. As I said, the bandaging, nice and simple, but it's the stitching is the key thing you want to be learning.
Excellent. I will take the healer's kit and put that in my
Inventory.
Yep.
As you will get sort of ushered out the door, as they seem to be setting up for something for the next couple of hours. So, Cheery, at the Underdark, what are you doing for the morning?
Well, we've got to do the pay negotiation with the lads, which I'd already got that in the group funds notes of what the offer is. I'll get Olsana and Dice in. I'll make sure Dice has got a little a little pen in the corner to go to place. Dice, place.
Fuck that, Dice is up on the table.
You're not. I'm pretty sure off the top. You're not allowed on the table until you're in humanoid form. You can be a wolf if you want. You've got to behave like a dog.
Fine, Dice will go in the corner. Sort of like poke a tongue at you as she does.
You're going to need to change back later anyway because you've got clothes coming.
Yeah.
Yes. Fashion
You can't-
day.
You're dressing up.
Will they still fit?
No.
Or at least the jacket, right?
Yes.
You're not getting hair. You're not getting fur on all your new clothes.
Okay.
Anyone caught not sharing their loot after a fight or heist gets a kick and is stripped of all their shiny.
I like how it
Pointed-
specifically said shiny, which made you go,
Yeah.
yeah, that's pointed at you,
Guys.
Dice.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yes. I heard the shiny. It's just like, wait a minute.
yeah. If you don't, surplus captured weapons are either added to the armory or passed on to Essig for sale. Profits added to the monthly bonus. Other employment conditions and rules. Anyone who informs on us or steals from us dies. Ulsana will be administrating that one. No stealing
It's
from
like I'm
customers.
listening.
Alsana's HR.
No, she's the firing department.
You want me to get rid of somebody?
Yeah, that'll be.
Fire them with literal
Yeah.
fire.
She's part of the termination process.
You'll do it.
Yeah. Other rules: no stealing from customers inside the Underdark. Outside, however, they're fair game. All games of chance on the premises to be rigged with the house taking a cut. Nobody's to run a fair game if this is public, but that. No stealing from Quick Hands, Mr. Black, the guard captain, or any other underworld figures we deem off limits. No unnecessary killing. No killing guards without good reason. They looked at me, my bird, my pint, at me funny, or they're a prick or asking for it is not a good reason. Although exceptions can be made to they're a prick rule given a vote of 3+ gang members of captain rank or higher, and you're always allowed to kill nonces. But there must be evidence of noncery before you can kill a nonce. You can't just go, look at him, obviously a nonce. Look at the way he's dressed.
Please provide a 3-page report on noncery before murdering all
Or
nonces.
You must at least have a couple of witnesses to noncery or evidence of noncing. You can't just declare nonce and shoot somebody in the face. Ulsana. By the way, breathe left for that.
I mean, Alsana doesn't even need
Don't
to
understand.
So, with those negotiations, particularly as you've just presented them all to be there, they are fantastic. Vecca, who is sort of being put forward to represent the bar staff, as you have it, he will have a quick look through as well, so as you present them, he'll nod, he will adjudicate and chat with George, so not Lenny, for a moment, as then Vecca will nod and go, okay, these are good terms. I am agreeing to this. As I am agreeing to it, all bar staff are also agreeing to it. We have other question that was not brought up in your things. It seems odd one. Periods of time away from duties.
We'll need to arrange a rota because we're going to need some of your lads on shift at. We're going to need people on shift at any point.
I understand such as of course I understand that we need always have guard on duty. Like I not see Eric and Lenny go off at the same time due to prominence of their skills.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you are happy, I can manage such things.
Yeah. I'll leave it for you to manage that. Also, we've got the question of the tape from last night's battle because it was Eric, Lenny, and George involved.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was the 4 of us. So that's 7 shares. Out we've got 10 grand in gold. So what I'm proposing is 3 for the business,
Mm-hmm.
£1 a piece each, so they get equal shares in the gold. And I'm also suggesting that maybe you guys might want to pool your takings into a business venture, as I don't believe anyone's running loan sharking in the area, and it might be worth investing that and then us as the
Lone
Ravens
dragoning.
would help. Oh yeah, lone dragoning. We would obviously help you administer that for a
Yes,
small.
it's good. I will speak to Bashir. She has some experience in managing such things. And, of course, if we are able to use the Underdark as a place of business, we would, of course, provide cut from what we make from loan sharking.
Yeah. I'd be hoping to be able to set you guys up for protection racket. See if we can get you involved in more sort of the bread and butter of organised crime, protection rackets, while we focus on war and heists. Ourselves.
And general chaos.
This is most acceptable. And once again, it is very gracious of you for providing such a share of the recent loot. But yes, we will fund that. I will speak to Bashir, and we will look into doing, as you say, loan sharking, and cut will go to yourselves. Remainder of funds we make will go to the clan.
I had meant to ask you, what is it your clan wanted here? Because you guys came down to back up Torrin, but nothing is ever given for free.
True. Now, Torrin
What's the
is...
plan's objective? Torrin's unfortunately no longer with us.
So, unfortunately, with the death of Torrin, our objective was to settle in a new location. Torrin, with this new gang and such, has been developing. This was a good place, potentially, for us to set up and use our skills to assist in such ventures. We think this may still work, if you are able to, of course, accept us to remain here working for you.
I've got no problem. I don't think any of the others have.
Yep.
I'm more than happy for you guys to set up.
We have more clansmen, though they are currently set up on the other end of your smuggling tunnel. They will ensure its protection on that end.
Yeah. And maybe as we develop, there might be more opportunities for you guys to expand operations in this area. She's seeing as I believe there's now an opening for a harbour master.
Yes, I hear of this.
It might be worth your time. So maybe send Bashir down there to see if she can.
Oddly enough, I will not send Bashir, but Ashek. He is wise in such ways. He can of course take Huro with him. The two are pretty much inseparable.
Yeah, and Huro adds weight to any argument, Ashek.
Yes, he most does.
Yeah, because if we take control of the harbour, we've got control of the tunnel. We've pretty much got all to do.
Exactly. The harbour is going to be difficult because of how it is separated into sections, but if we can get a foothold, then...
And we can maybe work with others.
Precisely.
See what we can do.
Well, if there is nothing more from you for us, we are much happy with this agreement, with the payment. And as I said, we will begin our preparations for using these funds to build a new venture under the Ravens. Yes. But Veka and the others will head off, leaving yourselves to the additional, your sort of secret meeting room, as they get back to work, knowing quite happily that they know what they're getting paid now and how things run.
Do we still have an exhausted Nameless in our room?
Yes, we also
I
have
think
the
those,
guard captain
didn't
as
we?
well.
No, we sent a message via Captain Black that they
Yes.
had an exhausted Nameless.
So
And
they are
the
aware
captain's
she's
still-
there, though she hasn't been picked up yet.
Yeah, I was just wondering if she was still there or whether she'd been taken away.
Is the guard captain still up there as well?
Guard Captain's still up there. I think she was
Yeah.
still.
She's doing better, but she's still pretty conked out. Once again, she took a nasty beating and lost a horn in the process.
Yeah, we still got that fucker upstairs as well.
Yeah. He's
that?
still
Oh.
Hey,
upstairs.
you.
Yep. Upstairs.
Yeah, that was in my notes, what I actually saw, and then I forgot.
I forgot his name was actually Hey You.
Yeah.
Wow,
Literally all we have of him is Hey You.
Yeah.
what they call him.
It's what he told you that he is most
Yeah.
often called.
Yep. Hey You.
He normally responds to "Hey you,
Hey, you.
hey you."
Oh, there was like some bottle or something, I think. I'm not sure. I can't remember.
So he's got quite a selection of things, but the key thing that your Raven picked up, Lysander, was his rather abnormal routines and the way he acts. Like, he was messing with some stuff, then he sat in a corner for an hour crying and rocking back and forth, then he went back to cackling and laughing, and he just seems very unusual. But also his room is much bigger on the inside than it used to be.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, it's dimensionally transcendental.
Yes.
Yes. It's a TARDIS.
Oh,
though.
that one off Hot Doctor Who, you know.
It's not long as Gillian, with you having a little bit of time, where are you heading?
If I've got a bit of time, I will pop the ring back on for a quick second and see if anyone's actually wearing it.
Yeah, Kiri's got his on.
Sup, bitches?
Kiri took his on for the morning meeting.
Dice didn't.
So she's just going to go on and just be like, well, I've got a couple of hours off for lunch. Do you want me to come back? Or
Yeah, we got some stuff to pass along.
no problem. I'll head back, and I've got to go back to the healer's shop in a couple of hours though. So
That's all right. It's worth it. Your pay packets in.
oh, okay. Money's going good.
Because I'm assuming by this point, Mr. Black's goons have turned up with the gold.
Yeah, they'll turn up with the sort of they sort of done small sacks of 1,000 gold, so 9 sacks. As they will turn up, they'll give you a nod and go, Captain Black sent us. We have your funds.
Excellent. Bring it into the back room.
Yeah, as they'll wander in. As they'll literally, the two that are sent, they'll open a jacket and they'll start pulling these bags of coins out for you, place them on the table. One of them will slide one of the bags of coins forwards using a knife will cut open the bag so you can see the gold coins spill out.
Yep.
Genuine gold coins. Captain Black ensured that this deal is authentic, so these are all there. If you wish to count them, we are happy to wait if needs be. By orders of Captain Black.
I trust Well, I wouldn't want Captain Black to think I didn't trust him, so I'm sure it's all there.
Well,
We know
enjoy
where
your...
he's moored anyway, so...
yes, exactly. You
Give it
know
a
where
shout.
the ship is, and put it this way: there's already stories running around on the ship at the moment, so you have a pleasant day.
Wait,
do.
what kind of stories?
The two will they'll sort of give a bit of a nod and a chuckle before heading off. Though you do notice anytime they walk past Bree at the moment, when they're in full uniform, they will give her a small salute before walking past. As Alsana gets the military treatment from them.
Do I see this?
Yeah.
What does Cheery get from him? A round of applause.
He's still alive. Congratulations. Give it a week.
Yes.
I've been saying the same thing about their captain, so it's very
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
So true. So true. But yeah, they have been giving Osana small salutes, as they do refer to you as ma'am. As they do so.
Oh my! Why? Why would they do this?
Cheery notices this and starts getting the Dragonborn to do it as well.
Dice
Oh,
will do it
Becca's
as well.
definitely down for it.
The thing is, we're doing it excessively, Mom.
Mom.
Yes, Mom. Doffing caps and shit.
Yes, Mom. No, Mom. 3 bags full, Mom.
What is a mum? Ugh.
Like, even
I know
David
nothing.
tries it until somebody puts a knife to his throat and says, you don't get it.
He's like, no.
But Yes. As Gillian, you will eventually arrive. You'll sort of arrive the same time as the tailor.
Excellent. I'm going to try and creep in through the back door, by the way. I still don't really want to be associated with this place.
Yeah. That's no worries.
Not surprising.
Jimmy is...
Feel free to make me a stealth check, just to make sure, because you're putting the effort in to make sure you're not being spotted, and get advantage because you know these streets pretty well by this point. You know where to nip in.
I'm trying desperately to not be associated with this place.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't blame you.
to be honest, it's not because I'm scared for my family, I just don't want to be associated with you guys, to be honest.
Mean?
It's a wonder she's like, she's like.
I wouldn't be
this
associated
long.
with us if I.
Sorry, wait a minute. There we go.
Okay, 13, not bad. Once again, you know the routes and things, and particularly this kind of time of day, people aren't actively watching out for you, as you think you're able to get through there without anyone really spotting you. As you'll pop in through the back door, as you do so, you'll spot, of course, the tailor wandering down the street with two young, athletic-looking men carrying the bags and such towards the building.
Sandy.
Excellent. Yep, I'm just going to creep in like, nice and subtly and then end up just going to the ballroom out the way.
As you'll see Gillian arrive.
I'll be in the war room and slide Gillian across her take. And I'll have passed out, everybody gets their 1,000.
Just see Gillian's eyes go wide. She has never seen this amount of money before in her life.
Dice, if you want the 1,000, you're going to need to be in humanoid form to put it in a pocket.
Well, I'm sort of. Wait, what kind of is like? Am I like proper just like big wolf or like?
So you're werewolf, but you are still around the same size. You're a little bigger than you are as a goblin, but not much. So think like a tiny werewolf. But as such, you still are able to wear clothes and things. You are still sort of cognitive in that sense.
Yeah, so Dice will just give you the like. What? It's like, I have hands and pockets. What are you talking about? This is also not going in my pocket. This is like going in my...
You're going to bury it in the garden, aren't you?
No.
Crosses that plan off
No.
the face.
Like, it was going in my secret place.
You're not getting another. You're not getting another 1,000, right? You lose this, it's gone.
That's fine. That's
You put it
fine.
in the garden, and another werewolf comes along and digs it up.
We have 1,000 now.
Yeah, it's 1,000 gold each to add to our.
Do we have a safe in here or something I can put it in?
That's where the other. Well, because 1,000 is going out to the other. Well, we've got 3,000 going into the safe.
Do you want me to change that on our?
So-
I'm going to change that on our. No.
Yeah, in the group fund should be 3,000 added to the group
Change that now.
fund.
Wait a second. I'm trying to.
1,000 each, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, 1,000 each. And at the moment, we've got it in a trunk that will be in the secret passage.
Music.
Is the share of parish take 3,000 gold pieces in our group?
Yeah, 3,000 in the group and 1,000 each. The rest of it is 3,000 to the
How
dragon.
heavy must 1,000 gold pieces be? Like, that must be really heavy.
1,000 gold pieces. So I think a gold piece is like it's like 1/100th of a pound or 1/10th of a pound of weight. So realistically, so bear in mind, always remember a gold coin. When you think about it, because in my head I always think like these big chunky things you see in like fantasy games. They're not. They're actually quite small and quite thin in real life. So they're a lot smaller than you think. So think like a 1p pence rather than like these massive chunky coins.
Yeah.
I always think like gold doubloons. Yeah. No, I always think the same gold doubloons, but no, they're actually more like 1p pences, but gold.
Yeah, Dice will go for her 1,000 pieces under her floorboard of secrets.
Yes.
With all her other shinies.
Does Gillian have a place to sleep in this? I'm assuming she has a place to sleep in the bar.
Yeah.
If she wants it, yeah.
I mean, she can't always go home.
Well, remember your bar is 3 stories, so the ground floor is your bar and entertainment area. The next floor up is your guest rooms, generally. And then the floor above that, you have got actual rooms for staff and things, and yourself.
And then above that, you've got an attic full of psychopathic elves.
We don't discuss the attic room.
So,
No.
I've named room in our staff area. Like, Gillian has just claimed it.
Yeah. Once again, there's plenty of room. They're a bit smaller, but
Yeah.
comfortable.
If everybody is like together
Aye. Can we be in
in
the
a-
room?
in
Awesome.
the back room, yeah?
Yeah.
Seeing as we're discussing large amounts of money, I'm assuming we're not going to be on.
Okay, cool. I can't.
Cheery's already done the whole minor illusion fire spell thing. So
Yeah.
that,
I was gonna say,
Um,
we've had to get 1,000 gold pieces just in the bar in front of everyone.
I will say, I have an idea to get the sword that Captain Vol was carrying, and maybe look at the other stuff that was on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm guessing your boyfriend would know more about the ship shit.
I mean, it went down, didn't it? It's down at the bottom of the.
It is down at the bottom of the sea, but Black mentioned maybe Chiri's new girlfriend could help us with this.
So everybody's boyfriend / girlfriends can help us get shit. Sounds about right? Yeah.
Bingo. You must get boyfriend or girlfriend, okay?
Well,
Very useful so far.
you want to be careful, otherwise we'll set you up with Skeg.
You knew not.
Hey, Skeg's a looker.
yeah, he has all the battle scars, and he's like, "Oh, fuck."
Yeah.
He's rugged.
Dax is just like, wait, what? I mean, maybe.
They feel that when a ship goes down, then you need to go and get the loot because other people will get the loot. So we need to go get the loot now.
Or
Plan on doing that.
we wait for other people to get it and steal it off them when they come back.
No, we do it now.
This sounds like something that's going to take more than an hour and a half, maybe. I think that's what I
Yeah.
got for my lunch break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
I will
going
go.
We're
I mean,
down
if-
for it, but it's not going to be today.
Yeah, I mean, if you wait
Mainly
long
'cause,
enough, he might
uh,
bring the sword back to you and try to kill you with it. I mean, he did kind of curse you, so.
Well, it's the time is of the essence, right? So, yes.
Eh. I mean, if he brings it to you, that's like hand delivery.
It was a pretty dangerous sword, though, wasn't it?
It was magnificent.
Maybe.
It is
I
so
mean-
amazing.
It's like
Amazing.
pointing at the goblin who has like a scar still from these
Yeah.
2 scars.
Yeah.
yeah.
big scars from this blade.
Yeah.
So-
it's just like,
It could take an hour.
It's going to take more than that. We have other things to do first.
I mean, wait till the weekend. I think this is only Thursday, so wait till the weekend. It sounds.
Wait till it can wait till tomorrow, if nothing else. Because tonight we've got dinner, and then I've got to discuss with the first mate what we're going to borrow to get down there, and how we'll do it.
Is she still here or is she in?
She's gone back to the ship.
Her and Mr. Black have business to deal with. Well, he's gone off to. Have we done breakfast with Mr. Black yet?
Not yet, though. He's just finishing up his ale as you'll spot him sort of wandering off up the street to do the
Yeah,
breakfast
so-
run.
We're going to have
Breakfast
breakfast.
run to Greg's.
Basically.
What time of day is it? Midday.
It's with the
Late-
dealings and such.
Late morning.
Yeah, late morning.
We have plenty of time.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna go and do a bit of exploring for
let's go track down
certain
Jen.
things. Yes. I
Yeah.
mean, do I do anything else at the moment?
Yeah.
Other than cause trouble. I won't cause trouble, honest.
Cheery is gonna. Well, I'm assuming that the priest are turning up soon at some point, and then there's the thing of quick hands for
And his
250
brothers,
gold
yeah.
will give us an introduction to somebody who can provide magic items, and we've got the money for that now, which would get you your hat of disguise, some gloves, possibly some gloves of thievery for dice.
I was going to start having a look for someone who can sell us a hatch
Yeah.
disguise.
If you have a look as
Now we have a
well,
Me.
and Cheery will talk to Quick Hands anyway.
It's always nice to have multiple options to buy things from,
Yeah.
rather than
Also-
relying
Yeah,
on one.
You can shop around for the cheapest deal then.
Exactly, that's what you have to do. Especially
Also, I
when
was
you have
thinking
money,
when-
you better shop around.
I was thinking also for the security of this war room. We look at
Does
several different
anybody else
sources.
want to come with me?
I mean, I'll come with you, but like if I mean, how good are you at fighting underwater?
No.
How good are you at breathing underwater?
That too, but the fighting is more important because, like, I mean, you've got things like sharks, krakens, ugly people. They all go swimming in the sea, and they can all try and kill you.
You might even come up against a say, "What?"
We are sneaky and we will take daggers.
We might want to take a cannon or two, although how do cannons work underwater?
No, they don't work.
There's a
on the-
difficulty lighting the fire underwater to make the cannons go up.
Well, I don't know how these things work. I just run away from them.
Historically, fire and water has always been quite opposite in nature.
Well, that's why I thought that you get one to kill the other. Fire versus water.
I feel like water's usually the one that wins.
Possibly. It's not very intelligent.
I mean, if you
Anyway.
have fire and water, you just tend to get really hot water.
Anyway, you need to go corset shopping before you can go anywhere.
You don't. It's fine. We will get them later.
Where is your corset?
It is broken.
Wait, so have you been
Pass it
running
over. I
around-
can probably sort that out for you.
Ah,
so
yes.
have you been running around
Like,
water
like,
deep
close
naked?
a little bit.
I have 5 upstairs that's broken too.
I'll stick them on the pile. I'll sort them out when I get.
Sure, Brad, I can try a little bit, but I don't know
Well, I
any more
could-
than my mom taught me.
Cheery casts mending on the corset. It's hard as well with her. Takes
Ah,
about a minute, but fixes
thank
it.
you so much.
And
Hey, not
that's
naked no
a
more.
lot quicker than the way my mom taught me to do it.
Yeah. I'll deal with the other 5 when we get a chance.
Remind me to bring
Yes,
you
to
some
Mr.
old
Black,
clothes
he
as well.
learns this trick.
I have a number of old clothes that need fixing. I can just bring them over here.
Cheers, now the laundry.
Like,
He's the laundrette.
this one.
you think about it, you could make good money with just the prestidigitation and mending cantrips. You could
Oh,
open
yeah.
up your own.
I have in one of my homebrew world. There's literally laundromats of like very low level wizards just fixing things.
Nice.
As you have your discussions, you will hear quite a rash knocking at the door of your meeting room. It stops for a moment, as it's then very quickly followed by the quite loud voice of, "Hello! Fabulous designs here for you!"
We'll get the money hidden,
Uh.
and then I'll drop the roaring fire noise and let Vindar in.
As Vindar
Hello,
will,
chap.
he will saunter his way in, as he's followed by 2 rather charming-looking younger gentlemen carrying the stuff for him. As he'll wander over, he'll pull up a chair, sit in it, put his feet up on the table as he sort of rocks back slightly. And he goes, "Darlings, I have brought your designs. Everything's completed, tip-top. Everything is perfect. A few little alterations here and there, but I think you'll be very pleased with what I've created for you."
Like, ooh, pockets.
That's
And
right.
Dice will probably jump up on the table.
Oh,
Same
well,
time, it's
well,
like,
what a-
oh, yes.
Dog! There's a dog!
I'm
Dice
not
down.
going.
Nice. Get down, get down.
Like bad dog.
Go to place.
Spray with water.
Well,
I can't see over the table otherwise.
Come on, back to goblin form. You've got to see if you fit in your clothes.
so,
Go back to a dog
okay.
later.
so everything is nicely set up and ready. If you wish to try on the things, because if there are any minor adjustments I can make, I can do them right here. I've brought my traveling fashion center, shall we say, as he'll gesture to the 2 men.
Oh, you told boys, fair enough.
Yeah, you
They
just
carry
definitely,
my
like,
things for me.
Disappearing to put on the clothes and try them on. And trying really hard to look calm and dignified and not like she's incredibly excited by having such nice clothes. Like, it's fine, everything's fine. Really, really excited and like sort of scurries off, changing.
Oh, yeah. The fit Gillian, as you put yours on, the fit is perfect. Everything hugs nicely. It's comfortable. It's not overly warm either. Particularly sort of the design he's gone for is a bit more covering in certain areas.
Yeah.
As everything has lots of fluid movement to it, as it doesn't seem to restrict you at all, whilst also getting that nice ability to blend in. As he's done the sort of the front panel and the apron and everything as side pieces. As you pop them on, they go really well with the design, and you blend in perfectly. It's exactly what you're after.
Down in it and just like sort of do a twirl and like, oh, it's fantastic. Thank you so much.
No trouble at all.
I give up on the whole being calm about it. I'm like, very, very happy.
Yes, Mr. Cherry, are you ready to try on yours?
Yes,
it comes with a few extra accessories for you to sort of mix and match. Accessories.
Surprise!
How did you know the name of my new store I'm going to be opening?
How do you know the name of our favourite crime? Accessories.
Accessories.
To what?
We've got one murderer and a room full of accessories.
I love it.
Accessories to what? Everything and anything.
Everything.
Really? Yes.
A little arson.
Trying it on. He wasn't joking about the accessories. It comes with a side cape, a cloak. There's 2 hats. Both are invertible. One is a smaller design, sort of more common looking. The other is a bit more flamboyant with the feathers and such. The boots, it comes with 2 pairs of boots for you, which are easy for you to sort of chop and change. One is more of a like a Cuban heel leather boots, so a bit more elegant and fancy to it. And the other is a standard sort of leather sole boot. As the jacket inverts, the shirt flips out inside out. The only issue is it seems a little warm, just because the amount of layers and everything going on with it. But at the same time, it moves fluidly. Yeah, you're a tiefling. Everything is fluid movement to it. It doesn't restrict you in any way, and there's loads of places to slip daggers and other items around.
But the thieves' tool hidden in the Cuban heels.
Yes. He will show you that. It's like he's gotten someone to make like a steel box as the heel, and then he's covered it in leather, and literally the heel slides out where all the tools are stored for you.
Awesome.
As you have a hidden set of thieves' tools.
I've recommended him to.
You have, yes.
Sarah to get that because I know he was after the silk. Captain. So I'll mention to him that I might. So a friend of mine might be calling on him at some point with some silk.
Next is Dice. He'll get you. Are you switching out of wolf form?
Is Jilly back?
Yep.
Then Dice will take off the ring and give it to her to look after that, and she's basically look after this with your life. It's very good. It's meh.
With your life.
Look after this with your life. It's meh.
It's meh. It's really good.
I'm gonna assume this has something to do with why you're furry, seeing as.
So as soon as she takes it off, she reverts to goblin. Yeah.
It's like
Okay.
This ring saved my life. It's so.
Yep. She just puts it in. Yeah, she puts it in her pouch.
Yeah. And then she'll try on the clothes.
I like the fact you trust Gillian. Like, Gillian's not going to try and keep this. She's going to.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, she'll try on the clothes.
But yes, trying it on, everything fits nicely. Once again, it's got loads of pockets, hidden pockets and seams everywhere in it. He does take the time to sort of sit there with you and sort of point out where they are because they're not easy to see, which sort of adds to the usefulness. Particularly inside the coat, inside the shirt as well, inside the trousers. The boot has internal pockets. There are pockets everywhere. This is made of pockets all stitched together. He didn't make a coat, he made pockets and just stitched pockets.
Yeah.
And on a short walk down a busy street later, they're all full of other people's stuff.
Yes.
Just like this.
I know what I was going to do later.
What we're all going to do later.
I passed Dice back her ring so she can put it in one of the pockets.
Yeah, I put it in a pocket that's pretty close and easy to get out and put it back on.
There are wrist
in the
pockets.
stitch.
Which are designed you can easily
pockets.
put your hand in there and be able to fumble with the ring and pop it on again.
I shall then.
The advantage to these pockets is because they use like sort of loose wool. The jackets and everything look puffy anyway. So as you add things, it just compresses the wool, so nothing looks like it changes.
Mr. Fabulous, though.
Yes. Oh, Mr. Oh, I like Mr. Fabulous. I'll stick to that. Yes.
Loving these pockets, and everything. If it wasn't too much of a trouble, do you think you'd be able to make something for when I go wolfy? I'll pay you, of course.
If you go wolfy, let me have a think. You know what? When you have time, just pop by the shop in wolf form. I'll do the measurements, and I'm certain we can get something. And if the difference between size and build isn't too much, I may be able just to modify that so it can
and
deal
so I can
with the
I can be a
size
wolf
changes.
and have pockets. I love you.
Darling, I can do anything. It's my forte. It's my craft. It's my art.
Oh, thank you.
That's, and I believe last but not least, you, Miss Alsana, and your evening gown wear, shall we say.
Yes.
And I managed to fashion together the new corset design. I'm working on a little project, which you may get the first draft of once it's complete in the next few days. There's you say that, I do call it the man catcher. I have a few friends working on this little project with me, and I think it could be a big seller.
It's a man-eater.
As he will pass you the bundle of clothes for you to try on. Once again.
I don't take it anywhere. I take my clothes off there and then put it on.
Sounds about right, yes.
That sounds like
Yeah. Particularly as you strip in front of him, he clearly doesn't seem bothered by the naked woman in front of him. He seemed more interested in Cheery when Cheery changed. Just a little.
Cheery doesn't bat an eyelid. Not at all bothered by it.
Putting on, everything once again fits perfectly. The new corset with the latches on the side for easy removal. It still takes a little to get on, just because you have to put it on and then tighten. But the latch removal is fantastic, as it's literally pop, pop, pop as it comes off. The design works. You've got lovely raven patterns, as it looks like he's basically done it nice and subtly, so that you're looking at slightly darker black on black embroidery. So you wouldn't be able to notice it right away until you actually looked at it, at which point there's some very nice artwork done in here. There's a lot of time and skill involved. He'll pass you the various boots and shoes and such, including the heels with the built-in blades and things for you. Yeah.
yes.
The stiletto heel. Bingo.
Awesome.
As everything has a perfect fit. He will hand you a hat as well. Sort of a nice, broad-rimmed, very elegant-looking, dark feathers attached. It does seem to add to the outfit very well, though you do reckon easy to take off. As you notice on the inside of it, the rim is set that it can hold small bottles for storage.
His outfit's so
Poison.
Poison.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, poison, not whiskey.
More
Well,
importantly,
both.
closely examining the bottle, there's only one pocket on the right side of the hat where one of the feathers, which has a small blade, dips into the actual bottle itself.
So the feather is like a blade.
That when you pull it out, it's already been sitting in the poison.
Ah!
You've got a dart.
It's
That's
basically, it's a
amazing.
dart. It's a feathered dart that can sit in a bottle of poison whilst you wear the hat, and you can take out and throw.
Ah, that's so cool.
Though, as she wears this, people can make me perception checks.
Yes. That's my thing. I can do that.
Does Julian even have to roll?
Yeah, that's the everything.
I'm gonna roll at advantage just because I forgot
Yeah.
to. What should I roll?
18.
Actually,
Yeah.
I'm
they're
rolling
both the
at
same.
advantage.
So.
Keep
So,
rolling this.
let's have a look here. So,
My passive is higher than that.
true.
My passive
Very
is
true.
23.
my god. So we've got Dice with 14, who will just notice it. Gillian with an 18. And Cherry with a 12. Unfortunately, Cherry, you do not spot it or notice it. The other two of you, as she's putting on the clothes, particularly you saw her sort of have the original version of this on, same material. Alsana doesn't look as grey and pale as then.
Oh.
There seems
I
to be
guess
a
her
little
boyfriend is
bit of
doing
colour.
good. Yeah,
Ooh.
I think her boyfriend is doing good to her.
Like, I'm not going to mention it in case that puts Alsana off wearing this.
Yes. It's not the most noticeable, but when she's wearing the black, because of course the same sort of the grey with the black, the colour sort of stands out a little more.
Nice. Well, these are amazing.
Thank you. Like I said, shop's open whenever you want to pop by, and I'm always happy for return customers.
And I love the earrings and necklace you found to match.
Oh yes, like I said, I spoke to the jeweler, and now it was a little difficult, but you know what? No extra cost or anything. I'm glad it suits, and they work for any affair.
Like I say, she's wearing the earrings. She has like a couple of piercings in her ears anyway, so she's like, yeah. Just makes her very happy.
If there's nothing else for me, I must be getting away. I have more work to do, and my gentlemen here aren't free. So,
This dress is nice.
you like it?
That is the
Nice.
best compliment I've ever heard her give something.
I am
I
flattered.
mean, she hasn't killed you,
A
so
lack of
I'm.
knives is a
Yeah.
definite.
Yeah,
I
she's
mean,
very
the
quiet.
the next step up from appreciation is fucking you. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking you're going in the right way.
Not my type.
Not your forte. Yeah.
Mhm.
You are not my type.
I'm certain I'm not. Now, if you don't mind, I must be adjourning, I'm afraid, though you know where to find me if I'm needed.
Ooh,
and,
and
what-
upgrading of armor?
Upgrading of armour? Once again, not my skill set. You need a blacksmith for that, or
Studded leather, I was thinking, which I thought might be enjoyable. Studded leather seems to be down the
there are times I like a bit of leather, but
Yeah.
not as armour.
Didn't you get enough leather last night, Jerry?
Yeah, that doesn't cover. None of that covered the important parts.
I've broken my.
It did not save me from penetration.
Hey, if they can have chainmail bikinis, they can have studded leather gimp suits. Just saying.
Yeah, why not? One
Okay.
person's bondage kit is one person's armor.
It's another person's armour. Don't say that to me. I go LARPing, and all I can think in my head is, yeah, studded leather codpiece. I could wear that to a LARP system.